Hello dear friends, in this video of A Thing of Beauty, we'll be concentrating upon the question and answers and the poetic devices of the poem. So let's begin. In the first paragraph, the poet tells what are the qualities of a thing of beauty. It should be something which should give us joy, which is always there, which never ends. So the question here is, how does a thing of beauty remain a joy forever? So why it remains a joy is because the thing of beauty gives us eternal and everlasting joy. Whenever we are in sad mood and we think about something beautiful, we can again go back to that joyful experience. We can relive that joyful experience and again we'll be happy when we think about those joyful moments. That is why a thing of beauty will always be a joy forever. Then it says over here, its loveliness increases, its beauty keeps on increasing, and it will never pass into nothingness. So, what is this never pass into nothingness? The joy that this thing of beauty gives us, it is eternal. It will never end. Nothingness means it will never end. It is eternal. It never loses its importance, but it always increases with time. This is what is meant by never passes into nothingness, or it will never end because it is eternal. The next thing over here, a metaphor is used of a bower. Bower is a shady place under the trees. So the thing of beauty should give us relaxation just like a bower gives us, just like a shady place gives us. And that is why here the question is, what is meant by bower? So bower refers to a peaceful or a quiet place under the shade of trees. Now we'll look at our poetic devices. We can see the sound of S is repeated over here. Sleep and sweet. The consonant sound is repeated. So we can tell alliteration. And the next thing, as I've already told, bower. A metaphor of bower is used to show us the type of relaxation which we should feel whenever we think of or whenever we see a thing of beauty. We should feel the same relaxation that we feel when we sit under the branches of the tree. In the next two lines, on every morrow, that is, every day, we are wreathing, we are making or intertwining a flowery band that binds us to the earth. So, here the question is, what are the flowery bands that bind us to the earth? What are these flowery bands? With the help of it, we are attached to the earth. So, this flowery band actually refers to the beautiful and pleasant things. We can call it as our hopes, our aspirations, and our dreams. Every day we are very hopeful that today will be a good day, and perhaps today, whatever hard work I'm doing, that will be very helpful for me in future. So these hopes, these aspirations, and dreams always help us to think positive, and these itself are the memories, are the beautiful experiences which somehow makes us live, which somehow strengthens our bond with the earth. The earth, which has a very dull routine, which is quite boring, there are a lot of difficulties, but still we are attracted because of the positive thinking, because of our hopes, dreams, and aspirations. The poetic device used in this are again a metaphor, that is wreathing a flowery band. We are not actually making a flowery band, but it refers to the beautiful things of our life that bind us to the earth. And then we can see over here this B, consonant B is repeated over here, band and bind. So we can write alliteration is the poetic device used over here. In the next paragraph, despite of despondence, that is hopelessness, of inhuman dirt, of all the inhuman values are there. So here the question is, what is inhuman in this life? And what is inhuman? Man's self-centered nature and his inability to rise above the pettiness is inhuman in the life. We are always sad. Why? Because we always choose the unhealthy way, we always choose the dark way because they are more comfortable. That is what is inhuman in our life. That because of our own comfort, because we care only of our own comfort. That is why we are self-centered. So this is something which is inhuman. The next question is, why are we despondent? Why are we hopeless? We are despondent because of the lack of noble people, because these noble people are very less in the world, and that is why our days are sad, our days are gloomy, because we have chosen the unhealthy ways, because we have chosen the bad ways, and that is why we are hopeless. We are hopeless because of our own actions, own bad actions. We can see the poetic devices over here. Here we can see of noble natures and of all unhealthy ways, because the same word is used in the consecutive lines. So the poetic device, we can call it as anaphora. Use of same word in two consecutive lines. Anaphora. In spite of all the sadness, whenever we see something beautiful, it moves away the curtain from our dark spirits. So the question here is, what spreads this pall of despondence, that is curtain of hopelessness? Why are we hopeless? Why are our spirits hopeless? And how this hopelessness is removed? And here see the answer, the suffering and pain which is caused to us because we are opting for all the evil ways. That is why this pall of hopelessness or despondence is there on our dark spirits. It is only because of the suffering or pain caused by our own actions. And man, it lacks the noble qualities, and that is why he is very inhuman. And this makes the world sad because we do not have the noble qualities. That is why the world is sad. This can be removed by some shape of beauty. That is a constant source of joy. So, some shape of beauty, according to John Keats, whenever we see some shape of beauty, it will make us happy, it will make us joyful, and this sadness which is there because of our own evil actions, this will be removed. We can see the poetic device, alliteration over here. Some shape, the S sound is repeated, so we can write alliteration. Now here the poet he tells about the things of beauty, which are the things of beauty according to him. The first he tells the sun and the moon. So sun and the moon, they are the source of eternal source of joy and happiness. It always inspires us. So here's the next line. The trees are also a source of beauty because they give us shade, and we are very happy when we sit under the shade of the tree. So all these are things of beauty. For simple sheep. So for even to the simplest of people, these trees are really very kind and they give shade. So here the question is, what does the reference simple sheep symbolize? Simple sheep, in according to Jesus Christ, according to the Bible, Jesus Christ was an apostle of peace. He was a shepherd, and all the human beings were the sheep. So sheep symbolizes simple human beings. So these simple human beings are really very happy because the trees give them shade without any discrimination. We can see over here the poetic devices, sprouting, S sound is repeated, sprouting and shady. And we have antithesis also because two opposite words are there together, that is old and young. Okay, two opposite words are there together. Poetic Devices, the fair musk rose. So the mid-forest brake is very rich because of the beautiful roses that grows in between the ferns. So here the question is, what makes the mid-forest brake rich? Why is the middle of the forest rich? And why it is rich? Because of the sprinkling of the fragrance of the musk rose. These are the musk rose, that a small variety of roses. That is why the mid forest, the middle of the forest, is very rich. What does the word sprinkling mean? Sprinkling of fair roses. Sprinkling means spreading of fragrance. So the musk rose, it beautifies the green, the dull green ferns with its beauty and its fragrance. That is why it is a thing of beauty. Another thing of beauty is the greatness of the people who are dead, or the mighty dead, all the great people who are dead. So here the question is, who are these mighty dead? Mighty means powerful, and dead are the people who are no more there in the world. So this mighty dead refers to all the great men, all the warriors who have glorified death by embracing it most gracefully and magnificently. So these are the people who have really worked for everyone, whose stories inspire us. That is why they are called as mighty dead. Then the second question is, what are the lovely tales that we have heard or read? So these lovely tales are nothing but the glorified and magnificent death, because it is recorded in the history, and that is why we always read about it, and it leaves an indelible imprint on our mind, and whenever we read about it, we always get motivated. That is why these are called lovely tales, because they have the power to inspire us and motivate us. The next is, why is grandeur associated with mighty dead? So grandeur means greatness. So these mighty dead is very powerful. They are dominating persons of their own time. They have made they have which have their achievements have made them great, and that is why grandeur or greatness is associated with mighty dead. In the last paragraph here, the poet tells, it is all an endless fountain of immortal drink. So all these things of beauty are endless, and every day we get inspired from these things of beauty, and it is just a gift which is poured on to us from the heavens side. These things of beauty inspires us to live life in a good way. So here the question is, explain pouring on to us from a heaven's brink. Beauty is the greatest gift of God to man, and this beauty has been showered upon us from heavens above. This beauty is eternal. We have never seen seas dying. We have never seen this fountain stopping. It is just eternal. It is everlasting. It is a perennial source of joy that whenever we think about it, whenever we look at it, we always feel inspired. We always feel happy. And that is why these are the things of beauty which always gives us happiness. And it is very generously given to us by the heavens.